Do you ever lie awake at night, staring at the ceiling, replaying the same scene in your head, wishing you had said something different or done something better? Maybe it was the last conversation you had with someone you loved. Maybe it was an opportunity you let pass by. Or maybe it's simply the quiet ache of knowing you could have been more, but you weren't. That ache, my friend, is what I call emotional debt. It's not written in bank statements or credit cards. It doesn't come with an interest rate you can calculate, but it grows heavier every year, quietly weighing down your spirit until regret becomes the shadow that follows you everywhere. And here's the truth. Most people only realize their emotional debts when it's already too late. When the person they wanted to apologize to is gone. When the chance they thought would come again never returns. When the time to live differently has already slipped through their fingers. But you don't have to wait until it's too late. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, we're going to talk about what emotional debt really is, how it shapes the life you're living right now, and most importantly, how to repay it before it grows into regret that's too heavy to carry. Imagine this. A man in his 70s sits on a park bench feeding birds. On the surface, he looks peaceful. But inside, he carries the weight of 3 things he never did. He never told his daughter he was proud of her. He never forgave his brother after a fight that lasted decades. And he never allowed himself to pursue the music he loved because he thought responsibility came first. He laughs with strangers, he smiles at children, but every night, before he sleeps, he replays the debt collectors of his soul, regrets. Now pause and ask yourself, what debts are you carrying silently? Who are the people you've left in limbo with unspoken words? What parts of yourself have you put on hold, always thinking, someday? Emotional debt shows up in many forms. Unspoken apologies, unforgiven wounds, dreams abandoned, words never said, time lost to things that didn't matter. And just like financial debt, the longer you leave it unpaid, the more it costs you. Except here, the currency is not money. It's peace. It's joy. It's time. So, how do we repay emotional debt before it's too late? Let's talk about the 3 steps of repayment. The first step is recognition. You can't pay what you don't acknowledge. And many of us live in denial. We distract ourselves with work, with entertainment, with endless scrolling, because facing regret feels too painful. But regret grows in silence. Take a moment, ask yourself, if today were your last day, what would you wish you had said? Who would you wish you had forgiven? What part of yourself would you wish you had honored more? Sometimes the answers come like a whisper. Sometimes they hit you like a flood. Either way, that is your soul telling you where the debts lie. Recognition is the first payment. The second step is expression. Regret rots in silence, but heals in expression. Maybe you need to pick up the phone and say, "I'm sorry." Maybe you need to write a letter you never send, just to get the weight out of your chest. Maybe you need to sit with yourself and speak the truth you've been bearing. I deserved better. I deserved to try. Expression is messy. It's not always welcomed. But emotional debt isn't about how the other person responds. It's about you showing up honestly. It's about telling the truth, at least once, so your heart doesn't have to keep carrying it. And then comes the third step, transformation. This is the part most people miss. They say sorry, they cry, they confess, and they think the debt is cleared. But repayment only happens when you live differently. If you regret not spending time with someone, then from today, you choose presence over busyness. If you regret silencing your dreams, then from today, you carve even 10 minutes to honor them. If you regret harsh words, then from today, you train your tongue to be softer. Transformation is not about erasing the past. It's about proving to yourself that the regret was not wasted, that it became the teacher, not the jailer. But maybe you're wondering, what if it's already too late? What if the person is gone, or the opportunity can never return? Listen carefully. Emotional debts can still be repaid, even when the circumstances are gone. If the person has passed away, you can still sit quietly, write them a letter, speak their name out loud, and release the words you never said. If the dream has expired in one form, you can honor its essence in another. Maybe you'll never be a professional dancer, but you can still dance in your living room, letting your body remember joy. If the apology can't be delivered, you can still live in a way that honors the lesson. Because emotional debt is not about fixing the past, it's about freeing the future. There's a story I once heard about a woman named Asha. For 30 years, she carried bitterness towards her father for never supporting her. When he died, she felt crushed because she thought forgiveness was now impossible. But one day, she sat under a tree, closed her eyes and whispered, "I forgive you, and I forgive myself for waiting so long." She said the words every day for a year, and slowly, the weight lifted. She realized forgiveness was never about him hearing it. It was about her heart needing it. That's the secret. Emotional debt is paid not when the other person acknowledges it, but when you stop carrying it. So let me ask you, what regrets are sitting in your heart right now, waiting to be cleared? Maybe it's the friend you lost touch with, the parent you never thanked, the partner you hurt with your silence. Or maybe it's you. You never gave yourself permission to live fully. Whatever it is, today you can begin the repayment. Not with money, not with time machines, but with courage, with honesty, with action. Because regret is heavy, but it is also fuel. It shows you where the unhealed parts of your life still live. And the moment you choose to repay it, you stop being a prisoner of your past and start becoming the author of your future. Let me leave you with this. One day, all of us will sit with the final ledger of our lives. Some debts will remain. We're human after all. But the question is, will those debts be so heavy they crush you in your final moments, or will they be light because you dared to repay them while you still had time? Don't wait for the last chapter to balance your soul's books. Start today. Make the call. Write the letter. Forgive. Apologize. Begin again. Your peace is worth the repayment. And if you felt something move inside you while listening, that's your soul whispering, "Don't wait." This was the Soul Bank. And as always, may your deposits be love, may your withdrawals be joy, and may your balance always be peace.